I stand so close, staring out, perched on an edge, wondering, is this the way back to my forgotten home? I can see you, sitting in the dark. What do you see? Eyes following the shape of my face, tracing the broad flatness of my nose, the almond curve to my eye. I've learned to see myself through other people's eyes, a third-party facsimile of what everyone else thinks I should be. When I sit where you are, I seldom see my likeness. What thoughts flicker behind those eyes, following the shape of my face, taking in the broad flatness of my nose, tracing the almond curve of my eye, listening to the Englishness in my voice. 1959. Chairman Mao leaps forward, his wake sweeping many from their mainland homes, the human flotsam and jetsam of a revolution, washing up on the shores of a fragrant island, desperately clinging to the skirts of a tiny British colony. A young woman forces her aching body and swollen ankles to move her pregnant protuberance. Her strength drains with each impatient flick of those in utero feet. She knows her time is imminent. There is no room at the inn, no mean barn or lowly outhouse, just the unloved poverty of a secluded alley. The woman inhales, and with agony exhales, as a baby slides from the fluid warmth of a womb into the cold, harsh reality of life. She holds with wondrous gaze this preterm miracle. With gentle, sorrowful purpose she places the newborn on the stairwell of number 9 Austin Avenue in downtown Kowloon. Its concrete is cold and cruel, seeping like a secret virus into her child's underdeveloped bones. Mother and infant share a singular moment, brushing tiny wrinkled hands. Her new mother's care and regret pools at the bottom of her distraught eyes, drizzling remorse onto her baby's face. This young mother abandons her baby in order that it might be found. As a child, I took comfort in that idea. I clung to the belief, this hope that I was not discarded on a dilapidated crate to be the half-hidden centerpiece for a rat's feast. From a distance, peeking from behind a lamppost, my mother watches, breathless, as a stranger absorbs me into the folds of their arms. My mother's slight shoulders crumple. Hugging the shadows on the poor side of the street, nursing her now vacant belly, she limps in the opposite direction, and so we part ways, forever. By placing me on that stairwell, my mother did something incredible. She gave me a life. Not a better life, but a chance to live. Time spent in the Hong Kong orphanage was just shy of a full year. I've been naughty, running all the way home, skipping up the red front door steps to the wide wooden door that lets mother, father and me through in a single file. Abby! Abby! I don't like my name. It's not me. I have another name, one before my memories. I'm not allowed to use that name. Anger teeters up the steps on 2-inch heels. How dare you run away from me? Don't you ever do that to me again! I jump from the frying pan into the fire. Words tumble from my mouth, tripping over one another like a damaged slinky. Who told you about being adopted? Biting back. The pointillism handprint bleeds through, branding my skin. When the Chinese find out you've been asking questions, they'll kidnap you, drag you back to a communist Chinese commune. Once you're in their clutches, there is no escape. I have no idea what communist China is, but I know I don't want to be dragged back to it, or a commune. With bag, I cycle in and out the dusty lampposts. I'm going to play at a friend's house. Ding dong! Muffled sounds from behind the thick, frosted front door glass. I shout through the letterbox. I'm here to play, like you said. Silence. I walk away. I look up at the window. 2 jack-in-the-box heads disappear. Alone with bag. Biscuits unopened, now broken. The punchline to yet another joke. I mount my bike and pedal away. I close my eyes. We're doing genetics at school. Real daughters share genes with their parents and look like them. Well, at least one of them. All eyes focus on me. They know I'm a lie. It's a sin to lie. When I die, I'm going to burn in hell forever. I don't want to burn forever. That little white lie, aspirated in the interests of British politeness. A Chinese elephant wandering from room to room, my tenuous ties to a previous life cauterized, compounding the lie. It's not a singular thread that binds me to the East, but an intrigue of red fibers woven into an umbilical cord that leans backwards, reaching out over 2,000 years of history, anchoring me to an as yet undiscovered truth. In the meantime, a little white lie grew, and so did I. Everyone has a stash of important things, hidden away, locked in a wooden box, old tobacco tin, on top of the highest shelf a tiptoe height cannot reach. Pressed between forgotten pages, the flattened beauty of a summer's day, a curling whisper of youth preserved in a locket. These things fade. They break, decay. I have 2 important things. Just 2. A red silk happy coat and a baby passport in an unfamiliar name. A brown, nondescript government issue file. My brief Hong Kong life sandwiched between its covers. A glimpse of what could have been, should have been, and never was. Memories of childhood. Your mother did not want you. Cruel thing to bark at a 4-year-old. A harsh thing to lay in front of a 6-year-old. By the time I am 7, I have lost all my memories of before. I I have been evicted and moved on. But a small corner of my soul remains lost in a childhood I never knew I had. It's nothing. Everyone in the office says, "You're just feeling a bit down. We all get days like that." Why the long face? Cheer up, love, it may never happen. Trouble is, it already has happened. You used to be such a happy person, they say. Turn their backs and move away. And crying. I have no idea why. Actually, that's a lie. Realization comes incognito as I sit on top of a double-decker bus. The city speeding on around me, dangling me above the minutiae of daily life. I carry more than dead meat on my shoulders. An aching loss. Another tear. My thoughts frozen in the past. My head and said thoughts supported by the cold glass. The bus stops. Unfreezing my thoughts. People get on and off, taking their right minds with them, but I am out of mine. I'd love to say it's been fun. That I've been used well. That my face wasn't my misfortune. That hatred is just a gloved fist that melts like butter on a hot summer's day. That I'm not insane. This is probably the most lucid and clear-minded that I have ever been. It was beaten into me. It's bad manners to overstay your welcome. And so, I allow the dark, secret, unctuous, treacle-black inner voice to rasp its venomous tongue across the undulating ridges of my brain. I don't dream of red chambers. I've already journeyed to the west. The walls close in. The sky threatens to fall. I stand so close, staring out, perched on an edge, wondering, is this the way back to my forgotten home?